All natural white meat chicken. Sounds healthy. Turns out all white meat and a better nugget aren't always the same thing. Today we open a bag, make our own and use a little more fat than Tyson allows. Und los! This time Tyson frozen chicken nuggets. In the freezer aisle they're cheap and it says 100% all natural white chicken right on the front. White meat gets sold as the leaner and cleaner choice, and technically it is lower in fat than dark meat. But lower fat isn't automatically better, particularly not in a nugget where fat actually plays a role. So we read the label, we break down what's actually in that bag, and then we make our own. White meat chicken, water, wheat flour. And then it continues with 2% or less off, followed by 11 other ingredients. That's a lot of 2% or less for one nugget. 2% or less is a legal catch-all. It could be one ingredient with 1.9% and the remaining 10 with 0.1%. The label doesn't have to tell you, and the order of the ingredients can be arbitrary. If you spotted a label doing worse than this, let me know in the comments. It might be another episode. Let's group this by what the ingredients actually do. The base: white meat chicken, water, wheat flour. For the breading: wheat starch, white whole wheat flour, yellow corn flour, and oat fibers. The rest is flavorings, with the one odd one, and that's dried yeast. Breading set in vegetable oil means they've been deep fried before freezing. Now let's translate what all this is actually doing. Water directly added to the meat is kind of the standard in processed chicken. It keeps the nuggets moist during production, freezing, transport, and reheating. Wheat starch, food starch, and oat fiber, those hold moisture within the breading itself, so they don't go sogging during reheating and they don't go dry under a heat lamp. That again is a shelf stability problem we don't have with a homemade product. The yellow corn flour gives the commercial product a different texture and a different crunch. Corn flour is finer than corn meal, which is readily available. I couldn't find any corn flour in my local stores, so I'm using panko instead. Dried yeast in this recipe does not provide any leavening. It's simply there for flavor because it provides umami, that savory touch. If you have nutritional yeast at home, you could use a dash of that if you want to go there. It gives you a little bit of that cheesy flavor. Extracts of paprika is usually about color, not flavor. Natural flavors is a catch-all term. That means it's some kind of flavoring derived from a natural source. It doesn't have to say what it is though. We're just using real paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. Tyson's product is all white meat, low fat by nature, roughly around 2% or less. Ours is 95. Oh, actually I just see ours is 92% lean and has 8% fat. So there's a little dark meat and maybe some skin blended into it. Fat carries flavor. That's not even a controversial statement. That's a simple fact. Lower fat isn't automatically healthier because the fat in the fryer contributes a lot, much more than the few percent difference in the meat. What we lose with a higher percentage of fat in meat is the shape doesn't hold as well. It doesn't hold up to months and months in the freezer because some of the fat might go rancid. And we don't have that dense, springy bite because fat is more succulent, so it will be a softer nugget. What we gain is a considerably shorter ingredient list and a nugget that actually tastes like chicken. Let's put these away and make it. 1 pound of ground chicken, at least 5% fat. Pretty much all the ingredients except for the breading go right in here. Pepper, salt, paprika, garlic powder. I'm adding a little bit of nutritional yeast simply because I have it there and it's in the original recipe. And an egg. I have the feeling this could be a little bit too wet, so for that case I have some simple starch here. You mix this together. As usual, your hand is the best tool for this. I figured that with the egg this would be rather wet. So let's add a little starch here. You don't want to overmix it and emulsify this like a sausage, because then you get a much denser nugget than you would probably want. For the breading, panko, flour, and a little bit of milk just to dab. You take about a tablespoon, shape them about 1/2 inch thick, and toss them in the flour. You dab them in the milk, which doesn't work at all. I'm going to eliminate these two in the breading. I'm just going to throw the meat directly into the panko because this will definitely hold the breading properly. So you just form a nugget that's about 1/2 inch thick and you dump it into the breading. There, a little panko, and there's your first nugget. Now, if you want to do like fun shapes for the kids, what you do is you spread this 1/2 inch thick onto a baking sheet and semi-freeze that. And then you can use a cookie cutter to cut it out. You might have to add back the flour and the milk to bread the semi-frozen ones, and then you just fry them. Make sure they're all about the same thickness because then they cook evenly. Fry them in batches at about 350 degrees. These are almost there. Right, these are done. Put them on a piece of paper towel to drain off some of the oil. And then just do your next batch. Since I have the oil going, I'm actually not going to toss the Tyson ones into the oven. I'm just going to deep fry them for a minute to heat through, because then they at least have a chance to crisp up. While we wait for those to cool down a little, let's talk about cost. The homemade ones are a few dollars cheaper than the ones in the bag for the same price. That's mostly because ground chicken is relatively cheap and breading costs next to nothing. We are also not paying for production, packaging and freezing either. On the effort side, this of course took a lot more effort than opening a bag. I should have made mine a little bit smaller to actually compare, but let's go for the flavor. I've actually never eaten those. So let's go without any ketchup or other condiments first. I can see the appeal. They're not bad, kind of chewy, and since I fried them, the crust is really crunchy. Now let's grab one of mine. These two don't compare in terms of flavor and crust. Panko is just so much crunchier. On the other hand, these don't have the nice chewy bite of the commercial ones. So these are a little bit looser or spongier, if you want to call it that. But it tastes like real chicken, which I can't really say from the Tyson ones. So is all white meat chicken actually better? From a flavor perspective, I very much doubt that. The fat in ours does a lot more than the natural flavors in these. I think they market the white meat claim because that's what most people want, and that's actually what sounds higher quality when you read it on a package. I'm curious what you're thinking. Are you team packaged or are you team homemade? Let me know in the comments.